Hi friends, welcome to yet another episode of Surkhap Talks. Surkhap Talks is a platform where we encourage people to talk it out, sort it out. So whenever we have a concern, it's always best to talk it out and sort it out. In this episode, we are covering a subject, blame game, as to why we blame people, things, situation, and how it can have a negative impact on our overall life. Many a times we get stuck in this blame game. We'll be discussing more on this. So friends, in this episode we have invited Mrs. Ruby Ajmani, who is a life coach from Hay House, US, and also a workshop facilitator. She has done a lot of research and work in many modalities which will help us understand what is this blame game all about. Thank you so much for coming on the show, ma'am. Thank you for giving your time.
Thank you so much for your invitation. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
So, ma'am, my first question is that as human beings, we go through good times, we go through bad times. लेकिन जब good times होता है तब it's all about I, me, myself. But जब bad times होते हैं तो हम blame शुरू कर देते हैं. Situations, things, भगवान, इंसान जो मिल जाए. तो मैम ये पहली बात कि क्यों ऐसा हम करते हैं और इसके क्या क्या repercussions हो सकते हैं हमारे लाइफ में.
So what happens is that we as a human have tendency to blame people. We don't take responsibility of our life.
Why?
Because we feel that that will be humiliation.
Oh.
Right, and our self-esteem will be very low if I take responsibility of that whatever I did was wrong, maybe a decision, maybe a choice that I made in life. So I look for people in my life that I can blame them, that this is because of them I am facing in my life, or maybe God. That I as a human have been trained in this way that I don't take responsibility. Means we as a human don't take responsibility. We as a human want to put our blames on different people or circumstances or maybe God. So this is belief or pattern we carry from our childhood because we have seen everybody doing this and we behave in certain manner.
Okay, and obviously it is not a good thing to do.
Obviously not.
So friends, the first point is blame game में जाना ही नहीं है. We will understand more on it, but the point is that never get into this blame game. You will have to own up responsibility. So, ma'am, here comes the second question that सबसे बड़ा इशू होता है जब घर के अंदर होता है. बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चों को ब्लेम करते हैं फॉर देयर मिजरीज इन लाइफ एंड बहुत सारे बच्चे अपने पेरेंट्स को ब्लेम करते हैं. तो ओवरऑल जो घर का एनवायरनमेंट होता है वो बहुत ख़राब हो जाता है और यू नो दे आर नॉट एट ईज. सब कुछ थोड़ा बिखर सा जाता है. तो आई वुड लाइक टू अंडरस्टैंड बिकॉज देर इज़ लव. ऐसा नहीं है कि पेरेंट्स बच्चों को प्यार नहीं करते या बच्चे पेरेंट्स को प्यार नहीं करते. दैट्स रियली लॉट ऑफ लव. बट देन व्हाई वी हर्ट ईच अदर बाय यू नो ब्लेमिंग.
Blaming is easy, na? Not taking responsibility, point one. Point two is that we as a human want certain things to be done in certain manner. So I believe, if I have a belief that I have learned in my childhood are certain beliefs, right? And if those things doesn't go that way with my beliefs, so my mind will trick.
Okay.
Right? And that is that I would like to blame someone because according to my belief the things are not happening because that the way I was trained in the childhood, like if you know that 0 to 7 year is a child take up all the beliefs and pattern from everybody around. So we are born with a blank subconscious mind, right? And 0 to 7 year is a period when we take up all the things from our parents, our caretakers, our society, teachers, friends, siblings, everybody, right?
So even when the kid is not speaking and the environment around is of blame game, the kid will pick it up.
Yes, the child is picking up because even in the womb, child is taking all the things. Because if you remember the story of Abhimanyu, he learnt going into the Chakravyuh when he was in the womb of his mother, right? But usko aata nahi tha bahar aana because his mother had gone to sleep. So he was not knowing that. So we as a in the womb also we are listening to everything what is happening around us, whether it's good, bad or traumatic, whatever the circumstances is, child is taking, and that becomes our belief and patterns inside of us. And according to those belief and patterns we start to operate in our life.
सो मैम ये हो सकता है कि पेरेंट्स भी हैं, उनके साथ भी ये हुआ कि उन्होंने अपने पैटर्न्स लिए, फिर हम बच्चे आगे हमने अपने पैटर्न्स लिए, और देन व्हेन वी रीच एडल्टहुड आल्सो दैट हैबिट डजंट गो ऑफ,
बिकॉज वी आर विक्टिम्स ऑफ विक्टिम ना. Right. So,
okay.
Yeah, we are victims of victim because our parents were victim. They have learned from their parents and they were victim. So they have learned and so on. It's going on. And the one person who takes responsibility that this is going wrong in my life and I really want to change something, then you are breaking that chain of your family.
Okay. So it can be anyone in the family who decides कि आज के बाद से मैं किसी चीज के लिए किसी को blame नहीं करूँगा.
Yes, when you come to a point, it's enough. I want to change my life. I want to change everything in my life. There you have started to operate from free will. And then your life will be totally different because you are taking responsibility of your actions, your experiences, and whatever happened in your life, you are taking that responsibility. Yes, I am responsible because somewhere I have created that. And people have co-created with me because as a divine plan, I have come with a certain plan on this universe, So all the people around me, situations around me, everybody around me are behaving in that particular manner. We as a human have come on this planet to learn certain lessons and experience something. So people around us have been planted like that so that they can co-create those experiences for us to evolve and grow. And people who keep on blaming situations or God or world that this is because of so and so people and this is because of this situation happened and I am suffering, COVID आ गया इसलिए मैं suffer कर रही हूँ, or I have lost a job because of depression, economic depression. So we are blaming people, right? But that is not the truth. Truth is that you were meant to learn that lesson. You were meant to be in that situation. So that was being co-created for you, that you experience that. And what happens is, as a human, we don't want to learn anything out of the situation, but we keep on blaming, and those people who keep on blaming will never come out of this circle because they don't know exactly that what is happening and they don't want to change. Even they feel very good being victim.
If your parents, please be in awareness that you're not blaming your kids for anything, and kids, you तो don't have any right only, so don't even attempt that. Okay, so let's try and be in awareness that we are not blaming anyone for any of our bad issues. Good issues में तो मतलब ही नहीं है, but bad issues में भी. Okay, तो मैम second question मेरा ये है कि आज के डेट में जब बहुत ज़्यादा हम ब्लेम गेम करने लगते हैं तो एक टाइम आता है जहाँ रिलेशनशिप ब्रेक हो जाता है.
Yes.
तो डू यू थिंक दैट वी शुड वर्क ऑन दैट, और लाइक जेन जी वो बोलते हैं भाई 2 बार हमने ब्लेम किया, तीसरी बार से माई वे और हाईवे, स्टोरी स्टॉप्स देयर. तो क्या हमारा ये ओल्ड स्कूल ऑफ थॉट कि भाई थोड़ा तुम्हें अपने में भी इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करना चाहिए कि क्या गलत है क्या सही हो रहा है?
Yes, actually, it depends on a person to person because the way they have been brought up, the way they have their beliefs. Suppose a child doesn't come to from a place where he really wants to change something in life and have a big dreams or something, then that person will definitely go into details to know that why my life is this and how I can change my life. So that is a very important point, And if the people who feel that मेरे parents भी ऐसे ही जिए हैं and life is like this, so it's okay whatever is happening. It depends on completely that. And how we can change is that stop blaming other is that when we start to understand that if something is happening in my life again and again, that means there is something to need to be looked into deep inside, the root cause, why it is happening to me again and again, why I am attracting similar kind of people, similar kind of situation, in spite of not being in a same place, maybe same relationship. You might have seen people that they get divorced and then attract similar kind of people, similar spouse, and then again divorce, because they are not changing inside. What is it that need to be changed from inside? Changing a person outside is very easy, you know. Going deep within and understanding your patterns, that how you have attracted these kind of people in your life, and what was in your childhood, that how you were brought up, how was your parents' relationship, everything needs to be taken care of.
So as adults, now if I see myself blaming someone or say someone blaming me, that's a time when we should be looking at what's happening.
Yes.
And what should be the next step? Like, you know, one, though we will stop blaming, and then we should look at all the blames which are coming to us also. Like,
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
we should study that.
See, when I am blaming someone for something, automatically I will also get that back, because universe is very simple, you know. Lewis says that whatever we give out, we get back. If I am blaming someone, someone will blame me for something else. So that circle will keep on going, you know. You can't break the circle unless and until you take charge of your life, that this is my life and I have done this wrong, I have taken decision wrong, I have made wrong choices, or whatever I have done, I take full responsibility. Then you can change anything in your life. If I keep on blaming, this is because of her, this is because of my father, he did this to me and that's why I am having this miserable life. So what I am doing is, I'm not taking responsibility, because I don't want to hurt my self-esteem. I want to be in that ego space, ना कि मैंने तो कुछ गलत किया ही नहीं है, right? As a human, we are self-righteous people. We blame other, we don't take responsibility.
Okay. So friends, a very important thing here is that when we are blaming someone, that clearly shows that we are not ready to take responsibility. It can be because of any, like ma'am said, that our childhood issues or any other thing. But the fact is that we are not taking responsibility. So this is where we will have to check why we are not doing it. सो मैम आपने बताया कि हमें रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेना चाहिए एंड देन वी शुड लुक इनटू आवर ओन सेल्फ बिफोर गेटिंग इनटू एनी ब्लेम गेम. बट आई विल गिव यू कपल ऑफ एग्जांपल्स और आप मुझे बताइए कि सॉर्ट आउट कैसे हो सकता है. फॉर एग्जांपल ब्रदर्स एंड सिस्टर्स, यू नो, सिबलिंग्स में भी काफ़ी इश्यूज हो जाते हैं और एक लेवल आता है जहाँ बातचीत बंद हो जाती है. और पेरेंट्स हैं, टीनेजर बच्चा है, उनके यहाँ पे भी इतना एक इशू आ जाता है. मे बी यू नो पेरेंट्स थिंक कि सोशल मीडिया है, कोई फ्रेंड तुम्हारा ऐसा है जिसने तुम्हें ख़राब किया, या बच्चा जो है वो पेरेंट्स को ब्लेम करता है कि यू नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग मी. तो एक गैप आ जाता है उसमें भी. हस्बैंड वाइफ हैं, उनको जब कोई डिसीजन लेना होता है बच्चों से रिलेटेड, या कहीं इवन मैंने देखा है कि कहीं स्पेसिफिक जगह पे रहने के लिए भी ब्लेम गेम आ जाता है कि नहीं मैंने तो तुम्हें पहले बोला था. और एंड प्रोफेशनल लाइफ में बहुत बार जब हम टीम वर्क में काम करते हैं तब तो ये बहुत ही कॉमन होता है कि भाई तुम्हारी वजह से ये पूरा फेलियर हुआ है. डॉटर इन लॉ, मदर इन लॉ के केस में इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू स्टे अंडर वन रूफ बिकॉज ऑफ मे बी जनरेशन गैप, बट द पॉइंट इज ब्लेम गेम. सो कैसे हम एज एन इंडिविजुअल क्या इसमें देखना चाहिए और हम क्या इसे बेटर कर सकते हैं?
Actually, if we talk about teenagers, so parents give blame to social circle and they give blame to social media. But actually, do they ever look into then when the child was growing up, what was happening at home? What values they have given to their children?
Okay.
And what they were doing when the child was growing up? Were they there to listen to child, what he's going through? Did they ever talk to the child when he was a teenager, that was he able to manage all the things that is happening to him, inside changes plus the world? Were they there?
So मैम ऐसा हो सकता है कि पेरेंट्स अपनी तरफ से तो हर पेरेंट्स बेस्ट ही करते हैं, बेस्ट ऑफ देयर एबिलिटी. इनफैक्ट किड्स के लिए हर पेरेंट ओवर ही करते हैं, तो उनको भी कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये एक मिस्टेक उनसे हुई है?
See, now there is a time that we need to come to an understanding that each and every age and each and everything is being learned. You can learn parenting, you can learn to do certain things, right? So it's important to handle how to handle children and how to handle social media and their circle. So it's very important that parents need to be open to learn that how to handle these situations when they go into, because the child, if is having so many problems, they need a counselor. So actually, if we talk about this thing that life coaching or as counselor, people are not open to taking their children for counseling sessions, and they are not even open to going themselves because they feel that people will think that they are mad or something. But this is very important, you know, to talk it out. What a child is feeling inside, what is happening inside, because if you are not listening, then what is going to happen? Blame game. Child is going to blame you for something now because you were not there when he needed you the most.
Okay. And in case of, say, brothers and sisters?
Brothers and sisters, it happens, you know, many a time that unknowingly parents do certain things that for one child and they miss with the other child. Because see, in every marriage there is a phase. Right, when a first child is born, they are struggling with their own relationship and finances and everything, right? And maybe they have missed something with the first child, and they try to do everything for the second child because they at that moment understand that I have done something wrong when my first child was small.
Oh, okay.
Right, and they do something over many a times with the second child, and because of that what happens is that other child feels neglected or feels that this child is special to my parents, and they start to blame the other sibling that because of you I haven't got this.
So it goes till the adult.
Yes, it keeps on going. जब तक रहेंगे, they will keep on blaming that you were the favorite child of the parent. They did everything for you, but they didn't do anything for me. मेरे को तो नहीं वो कराया था, तुमको कराया.
तो मैम ऐसा भी होता है कि जैसे दो ब्रदर्स हैं, अब उनकी शादी होती है और जो दे आर गुड, बट व्हेन द वाइफ्स कम द इक्वेशन चेंजेस. सो इज इट अगेन बिकॉज देयर कैन बी अ ब्लेम things happening somewhere?
Depends na ki the partner who has come in their life, how that partner is, what the partner is keep on telling other person, how the relationship between brothers can be come to a point where they don't talk because the partner is giving certain information that your brother did this to me, your mother did this to me. So this what happens is that misunderstandings, communication gap. See, you know, for everything there is a communication, and if you are not communicating, going back and communicating with the people or your brother, sister, that this message I have received, and you are not clearing that, then what is going to happen? Differences, and then you will come to a point you will blame your mother, your brother for everything, that because of you I have suffered in my life, my relationship with my wife, and so on.
So similarly for, say, a young daughter-in-law and a old mother-in-law, because of the generation gap there can be
generation gap also actually what happens is your daughter-in-law is coming from a different family. She is coming from a place where she is born and brought up in a certain manner, and your culture and her culture is totally different. Right, it take time to merge, you know. So you need to also change in certain aspect, and she also need to. So but what we want is that we want her to change completely and be like us or believe in whatever we are doing or our culture. So then it becomes very you can say very impossible situations or fight starts to happen because they both are not ready to leave their culture.
So ma'am, you are saying that, you know, blame game can also happen if there is imbalance, like too much of imbalance. If somebody is expecting the other to change completely, वो भी नहीं हो पाएगा. So each one has to look and then
See, in my process of learning and all my trainings, and I have also implemented in my life that unless and until you take responsibility of your life, you cannot change anything. You cannot change anything, because if I am not taking responsibility of what is happening in my life, and I'm blaming my parents, my mother-in-law, and everyone around, then I will be a blamer all my life. Right? And other thing is that, see, taking responsibility is a huge thing, because
So here I would like to ask, क्यों नहीं ले पाते हम फिर responsibility?
it's painful. It's very painful when you take responsibility that yes, this is because of me, this mess has been created in my life because of me, because I co-created this with all the people around me. Because when we are born, you know, we chose our parents and everyone to have certain experiences, and the difficult person in our life is our best friend at soul level, because that person is giving you all the nudge to evolve and grow. And we don't, many a times we don't listen to that. हम घर छोड़ के चले जाते हैं, country change कर लेते हैं, सब कुछ. But then again we are getting similar kind of experiences from other people.
Okay.
Right? वो कभी बदलता नहीं है. Unless and until you take charge of your life and come to a point, yes, I need to understand the root of this, that why this is happening in my life and how I can change this.
So friends, a very important point is that we cannot run away from anything. You know, in any relationship, you cannot run away, you know, stop talking. To a certain level, when it really gets onto your head, maybe I'll cover it in some other episode, that when is that time. But 99% times you should go and sort out things. It will help, because not all relationships are here to harm you. They are here to teach you something. You better learn from them, rather than, you know, moving ahead and repeating your lessons, more painful ones. तो मैम एक बात बताइए, लोग ऐसा क्यों चूज करते हैं कि वो विक्टिम बन जाए? क्योंकि अगर ब्लेम करके कुछ सोल्यूशन मिल रहा होता है तो ठीक है, समझ आता है. यहाँ तो जब हम ब्लेम कर रहे हैं और कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं मिल रहा, तो लोग क्यों फिर ब्लेम करते हैं और उस स्टेट में रहते हैं?
Because you know, many people want to be in victim mode. So they have chosen that, and they don't want to come out of it because they love it, because they are getting lot of empathy, lot of love because of being in victim. So what happens is, when they will come out of it, they feel insecure, they feel they will be in a place where nobody will love them, they will lose their self-esteem. So what happens is, they come to a point and they don't want to let go of this hold, that being a victim. So they want to blame everybody for everything.
तो मैम, व्यूअर्स के ज़्यादा समझने के लिए आप थोड़ा और बताएं. आई नो आई एम पेस्टरिंग यू, बट जस्ट फॉर द व्यूअर्स अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट जब हम ब्लेम गेम करते ही जाते हैं तो वो क्या हमारा बिहेवियर का पैटर्न बन जाता है, और हम क्यों एग्जैक्टली उसी में बहुत टाइम तक रहते हैं?
Actually, what happens is that when we don't take responsibility of our action or experience, everybody needs a closure for the particular situation or event that happened in the life, and that closure need to be there. So what we do is, we go into root to know why it is happening. But when we don't get any answer for ourselves, that why this particular thing happened in my life, and then what is easy for us to do is that we want that closure by blaming others. We start blaming, yes, because of this person this thing happened, and that is where the closure happens for us. कि जब किसी को दे दिया responsibility, तो अपना responsibility is over ना.
So friends, we have to understand that when we are into a blame game for long, it is not going to help us at all. There can be deeper issues why we are doing it. तो डरना नहीं है, कुछ किसी को ब्लेम करके कोई फायदा नहीं है, पहले ये समझ जाओ और उसके बाद अपने पे काम करो. Do not fear, you know, it's okay to take responsibility, but I will take more tips from ma'am on that. तो मैम मुझे बताइए कि अब कौन से टिप्स एंड टूल्स हैं जिससे कि हम हमेशा इस अवेयरनेस में रहें कि ये हम ब्लेम कर रहे हैं, जेन्युइनली भी हो सकता है कि कुछ हो जाए और हम कुछ बोले, तो कौन से ऐसे टिप्स एंड टूल्स हैं जो हमें कभी हम ब्लेम गेम में ना जाएं?
Yes. So there is no right and wrong in any situation, you need to understand other person's perspective. So what that person is going through, why he has done that, have he done it intentionally, or he is not even aware of what he has done. So you need to understand that. Unless and until you understand other person, you will always blame. So this is how you will shift things. And other thing is also that never be in a couch of self pity, that yes, I am in a place where I am in a I have taken responsibility of what I have done wrong, what people will think. Nothing will happen like that, because the pain is only for some time, and lesson is forever. You will evolve and grow out of this situation. So that is the best part out of everything, that when you are blaming other, take responsibility, take charge, understand other person. And pain is for just for some time, but your life lessons are forever, and you are going to live life amazingly after that. So when you are going to blame someone, आप रुकिए, pause लीजिए, reflect करिए, and then make a different choice, so that you don't blame anyone for anything, so that you come to a point and understand that what is it exactly. Blaming will never bring you any happiness.
So friends, we have to be in awareness that we are not going to gain anything when we blame anyone, any situation, anything. You have to have the courage to take ownership, take responsibility, and then you have to work it out whichever way you feel best, but you have to make it work, rather than just being in that state of continuously blaming someone.
So I would like to add something. Respect your integrity. Respect yourself enough to take charge of your life, and then respect yourself that you are the one who is going to do everything in your life. And love yourself enough, and be in love always.
So friends, it is important what ma'am said, that be in self-love. When you love yourself, you will be able to take responsibility of anything with lot of confidence. So we shouldn't be in that game for long, blame game, which is not going to do any good to us. So own it up, work it out. Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering all our questions so beautifully and so patiently. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you. May you be blessed with lot of love and lot of prosperity, everyone.
So friends, what we have learned is that absolutely no place, no situation, no person has got control over you. So you can always figure out a way to make your things work, rather than be in a position, and that too for long, in a blame thing. It will not work. So we meet up again in the next episode. Till then, talk it out, sort it out.